I think we said it before. I think it could be Drew McIntyre that joins the Judgment Day for the fifth one.
Yeah, but it looks like he's going to be joining the Judgment Day for sure.
I think Jimmy Uso, not to of course join the Judgment Day because his brother's in the other team.
Yeah.
So I think that will build a lot of. And don't forget, Bloodline Judgment, they have a
good connection with each other.
So getting Jimmy Uso to join and face his brother.
Welcome everyone to the Touchline Podcast, episode 49. Hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, hit the like button, hit subscribe, comment down below. Boys, how you been?
Yeah, good,
good, bro. How was your weekend?
Yeah, it's been alright, bro. The UFC was crazy over the weekend.
Yeah, that was
We'll get into that in this podcast.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Boys, what'd you get up to?
Same. I say the same thing every week. Same old. My life's boring. Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think our lives are boring too.
Is it a slaughter?
It is a slaughter.
How Slaughter the Clown? Have you seen him? Have you seen Slaughter the Clown?
Don't ask me about that.
Wait, do you want to do another one?
Nah, you know what?
I think it should be a thing. Bashara wears a costume every week.
Right, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, when I was wearing that clown clothes, I swear it felt like 150 degrees inside. I swear, like my head was sweating, bro. My whole forehead was like moist.
Let's put a poll on Instagram, or we'll put a.
Don't start it, man.
Or we'll put something in the let us know in the comments if you want to see Bashara wear a costume once every week.
Cinderella next.
Cinderella next.
Nah.
Or maybe like a slutty pumpkin or something.
But Anthony, I thought last week you told us you're gonna skydive.
Yeah, what happened to the skydive?
Yeah, I didn't actually book it in, but I'm actually going to do it very soon. I'm going to do it before Christmas.
He's like, I promise.
Look, I'm letting the fans know that I'm actually going to do the skydiving before Christmas. I'm actually going to book it in. I'm actually going to book it in.
This bloke was like, I want to do skydiving. I'm like, all right, book it now. Because I actually will. The bloke goes on the checkout page and then I'll do it at home.
I forgot.
And he's like, no. And he's like, no, I promise you I'm doing it at home.
I think you had a dream.
No, but look, I'll be honest with you. I promise I'm actually going to do it. I'm actually going to do it before Christmas.
We'll vlog it once you do it.
Absolutely, bro. I've got no troubles with that, bro.
Yeah.
You can't actually, you can't even say anything when you're on the sky, bro. Your mouth is going to be like dribbling all saliva out. Are you serious? 15,000 feet?
You know from experience?
No, bro. I've seen on videos like my mates. They've all been. They've done skydiving.
Maybe
before.
we should all do skydiving.
Yeah. You know what? It's always been a dream of mine to do that, bro.
I never do.
It's always on my bucket list.
Hey, if we hit at least how many likes?
No, we need I think subs.
At least 1,000 subs.
Okay.
1,000.
All right. If we hit 1,000 subscribers for the 1,000 subscriber special,
I think us four we all do it.
We're skydiving.
I'm actually
hit the subscribe button.
Yes, that's
it. Let's get into it, boys. Leg talk.
2024 draw officially announced. But we'll focus more on the Bulldogs side of things first, of course, because that's our team. Have you boys had a look at it?
I'm happy with it. No more Sunday games.
Yeah,
we had heaps of Sunday games this year.
We've had a lot the last few
years. So it's good. We're getting like Thursday, Friday, Saturdays.
Yeah, so we've got...
All right.
We got the first game, Dogs Parramatta.
Yeah.
That's the season opener, the first one.
That's good.
It fits with the theory.
We had them back in 2020, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We lost 8-2. Reid Marnie scored the winner.
Yeah.
That was a good game. That was a tough game.
Tough game, yeah.
But yeah, look, if we're going to be winning the premiership, we're going to be needing to win these games. Like I've got here, of course, how Bill mentioned, we have not a lot of Sunday games, which is actually good. 1 Thursday game, 10 Friday games, 9 Saturday games, and 3 Sunday games and 1 Monday game.
That's pretty decent.
They've given us a good time. Friday and Saturday are the best days to watch.
Exactly. And you know what? It's good that they've changed it up now with the different teams like that reversing. Not like last year. How we had who do we had first round?
It
was Manly, and then we
got hammered.
We got hammered.
Yeah. We beat Melbourne the next game.
We beat Melbourne the next game.
No Munster.
No Munster as well at the same time.
But
now it's changed a bit. Like it's pretty decent. Like
I think it's harder.
Yeah,
we got Eels,
you can say
Sharks, Rabbitohs, and Roosters.
Yeah. We got
Sharks the second game, and then we got Titans
the third round's easy.
Yeah, third will be.
For me, I think it's a very tough start because you look at. First game, we got Parramatta away from home. We never seem to perform well at Parramatta's home ground. Then you got Sharks. I think that's going to be a difficult task. If we're in a premiership credential, if we're aiming to win the premiership, that's the game we should be winning.
Yeah.
Titans is going to be difficult, especially our Belmont.
Titans won't be difficult.
You got Des Hasler as the coach.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Right. Then you got our Belmont record hasn't been
man. Do you forget who we got in our team this year?
Crichton. Crichton.
Brother,
I think Norwell will win.
our team shits on their team.
But I'm saying about
it's an
Adelaide,
easy game.
you've got a good coach for Titans, so that's going to be a hard task. And then you got, of
South's
course,
the week
Rabbitohs and
after.
Roosters.
Look, Rabbitohs, we can beat them, but I'm just saying, I told you this before, that if we want to change 2024 season, we have to start winning games from round 1 to round 5 or from round 1 to round 10. At least to have at least 6 wins or 7 wins so we can be stable.
Okay, so you look at the first 5 games of the season.
Yeah.
How many points realistically should we be getting? I think 6. I think 6 is very realistic.
First 5?
Look, I was going to say 5. I think
Because
5 is a pretty decent number.
Look at a point of view, because we're thinking we're saying we're winning the comp.
Yeah, but...
So you got to be, in a way, like you got to be positive.
Yeah.
You can't say, no wins at all. If we're winning the comp, I'll say at least 8 points.
But we're a slow starter team.
Exactly. Yeah. You have to understand.
So I'd be even happy with 4 points, to be fair.
Yeah, 2 wins.
4, 5, like
2 out of 5.
Probably around that mark. Yeah.
Look, the main thing is that towards the end of the season, you can see where we're heading and we're
if we're
top
winning,
8.
but if we're winning 2 games out of 5, I know it's bad.
So you think 2 wins will get?
I feel like 2's reasonable for the Dogs. Reasonable
against who? Yeah,
against
who? Reckon?
Titans, of course. Oh, it's going to be Titans, and I reckon we're going to steal it against Para.
Okay,
I think we can beat Parramatta first.
I feel like we'll steal it.
I got a feeling.
Because don't forget,
it's still early.
Para, they don't start well.
Yeah,
really
they
do.
Always struggle. They always start putting points at the beginning, but then at the end they crumble down.
Because you look at last year, Eels, they struggled to win in their first 4 games of the season. They were 0-4.
Yeah.
So I get you.
I think
we can sneak a win against the Eels, Titans and Roosters. I think we can give Roosters a go.
Because even Melbourne as well. We can beat Melbourne.
We've got them round 6, I think,
Yeah, we can still beat them.
Well, look, our draw is pretty good.
It's pretty decent. I'm actually surprised.
These are the teams we've got 2 meetings against. We've got Sharks twice, Roosters twice, Knights, Raiders, Warriors, Eels, Dragons and Cowboys, which is pretty good. It's not really good, not the big team.
But you just need to win. That's the big key point.
And then we've got 1 game against the Broncos, Panthers, which is very good. You want to verse the Premiership contenders 2 times in the season. Titans, Rabbitohs, Tigers, Manly, Storm and Dolphins. So I think we've been treated well. We also got 8 6-day turnarounds, and we've got 15 7-day turnarounds.
That's perfect. That's
very good.
We've got an easy draw.
And we're one of the 2 teams that have no 5-day turnarounds. So Bulldogs fans can't complain about the draw. I think we've been given a very good draw.
I'm very happy.
And it's now up to us to make sure we do get the wins, because again, a lot of teams head into the 2024 season with a terrible draw. So we've got a good draw. We've got to make sure we just win our games.
That's the main point, that we have to start winning, bro.
You look at 2023 season, didn't go our way. What is the game you're most looking forward to? Is there a team you want to get revenge on? Or what's that fixture that always stands out for you?
Knights.
Knights.
I think I agree.
After that 66-0 loss, and again that 40 whatever,
48-4, something like that.
We've got to get our revenge, man.
Look, that's a very good shout. Personally, for me, it has to be Eels. Like for me, that's the one game I look forward to, and especially round 1, you want to beat your rivals. But Knights probably.
But really, there's bad blood with Knights, man.
Yeah.
I still got PTSD from that bloody game.
Yeah, that was bad.
After we all got PTSD,
man, I'd love to beat Para, but Knights, man.
That was like rock bottom.
That was rock bottom.
I'm going to say Penrith, man. We haven't been Penrith. How long? For about a couple of years now. It's been a very while.
Was the last one? I'm turning it out.
No, we haven't.
Was against
this year twice. They've beaten us twice.
Yeah, so we haven't beaten. We haven't
beat them in like 2020. Dean Pay beat them in like round 2,
2019.
round 3. Yeah, we beat Penrith. Yeah.
So
that was the last time we beat them.
We haven't won a game since Penrith. No, for about 3 years since COVID. Since 2020.
I think 2019.
2019. Yeah, say 4 years.
So you guys are going Parramatta Eels and me.
I'm saying Penrith.
I'll go Knights.
Yeah. You went Penrith.
Oh, you went Penrith. Sorry, okay.
Yeah, we
Parramatta
have
Eels.
to beat them this year.
And also, what round? So heading into 2024, what is that? What round specifically are we going to be classified as serious contenders? What round do you want us to say? Yeah, Dogs are the real deal this year.
That's a tough one.
Round 10.
Round 10. Yeah.
I'll agree.
Round 10.
Yeah, I think we all have to say round 10.
Round 10, you get an indication where you're heading.
Exactly.
For me, I think the first 5 rounds is crucial for Dogs.
Yeah.
Because if you start the season 5-0, that's going to really blow the confidence of the club.
0-5.
You mean 0-5?
0-5, sorry, yeah.
But then again, if we start at 5-0, I'd still be very
because
scared.
only first 5 games.
Because what if it's 5-0 and then what is it? 20 or whatever. 20 and 5.
So it's important we start the season strong, because last 5 years, we've been struggling to get a good start of the season, especially the first 5 games. So it's important we start the season strong, build confidence, get wins, and it'll help us get to the premiership.
In 2004, we had Eels first round and also Sharks round 2 in 2004.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know the
And we also had Roosters round 3.
Yeah.
But we
That's
got round
right.
5. So the first 2 games of the 2004, we got them in 2024.
That's like nitpicking at this point.
Yeah, I know.
So that's actually crazy lineup.
But you know what?
Anything.
But we got Raiders again in the Magic Round.
I'm not happy with
Yeah,
that.
I know. I'm not happy.
Is this 3 years in a row?
It might be.
Maybe
I reckon
2
it's going to be a
years, I'm not
tradition.
So we've got, I'm pretty sure it was last year Raiders.
Yeah,
Or
it was
this season,
Raiders.
of
It is,
course.
yeah.
Last year was Knights.
Yeah.
And I think the year before was Raiders.
Oh,
No, wait, was it?
Yeah,
again?
it was Raiders because Kotrick was at the club.
Yeah, that's right. Yes,
That's right. So
yes.
we've got Raiders 3 and 4 Magic
I think,
rounds.
you know what? I'm actually going to look, personally, I would say they should have versed someone else. Maybe like Dolphins or
Just anyone else.
Or anyone else in general.
We haven't beaten them in Magic
Never,
Round.
yeah, never.
Yeah, we've never beat
until we
because-
beat them,
because they
until
knew
we
that's
beat them,
why,
we
yeah.
Is this the 3rd year in a row, Raiders?
No,
That's
Because we
what I'm
did
saying.
verse them.
Yeah.
We versed them once, Raiders.
yeah, it's our third
we versed
Magic
them
Round versus Raiders in 4 Magic Round
Yeah.
competitions. And we haven't even won a Magic Round in general.
Exactly.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I personally think it might be a tradition now. Raiders,
Yeah,
Bulldogs.
I think
Maybe.
Yeah, I think
because
it
even
is.
Manly Broncos are the same.
They're
So I
always,
think that Friday
yeah.
night game is going to always be the same. So I wouldn't be surprised if next 2025 we have Raiders.
But yeah,
again.
talking about Magic Round, Dragons are the team that is missing out this year on the Magic Round, which
They're happy with that.
personally I'm not happy with that. I think Tigers are the teams, the team that deserves
Yeah,
to
they
miss
deserve
out on
it.
this competition.
Nah, even Dragons. Why
But
not?
Wooden Spoon,
Doesn't matter.
I think it should be
I think it should
team
be
that
Tigers.
finishes last misses out on the Magic Round.
Lucky it's not Penrith.
Yeah,
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, they still finished second
Yeah.
last.
Yeah, but still, my point is that every team seems to look forward to Magic Round.
Yeah.
You get to play at Suncorp. You see all the fans from both.
Oh, as in, like you're saying, it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a bad thing.
In my eyes, I think it's a good thing.
How come?
Because it's like, it's for the fans, it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But it's an easy 2 points. It's like, it's
Oh,
hard to
okay,
play.
yeah,
It's hard to play out of, like,
In a way,
out
yeah.
of state.
You're true there.
So
like,
like, it's good for, since Dragons are a bottom
you know
team,
what? You got a
getting
fair
another
point
2
there.
points
You got a fair
for
point.
free.
Because you could have
But everyone's
potentially
getting
got,
those 2 points.
No, but you could have. He's got a point.
It's a boy.
Because you
Yeah,
could,
but I'm saying everyone's going to get those 2 points.
eventually, that's what he
So
means.
those 2 points don't mean anything.
But it's like playing outside of your home ground, let alone outside your state. It's hard, man.
Yeah, it is. Like you could have been versing Penrith and you
Yeah.
don't get the 2 points.
But my point is, you're going to get that point. Everyone's going to get those 2 points.
No, but what do you mean?
Everyone gets the same amount of
Okay,
points.
yeah, from the
So,
amount
like,
of
that's
boys.
what I mean.
But then
Yeah.
it depends on how the season's panning out so far. So if Dragons say, I don't know, they're in a pretty not the best form, that 2 points might help them.
Yeah.
So if they're in that Magic Round and they lose again, they don't
Yeah.
get those 2 points. So in a way, there's
can
both
help them.
positive and negatives.
No, for sure.
But for me, I would have put Tigers. They don't deserve to be in the Magic Round.
Fair enough.
I think it should be whoever comes wooden spoon just misses out. I think that's the best.
Maybe it's a good system in a way. I'll get your point.
It's
Yeah.
a fair point because you don't want to
Yeah.
just. Who missed out last year? Knights.
It was
Knights
nice,
did.
It was
Knights.
Knights
Yeah,
and
Knights
our
did,
Dragons. So, like personally, I wouldn't care if Bulldogs missed out.
Yeah, me
'Cause
too. We got a
they-
bad record too.
Bad
so.
record, and I'm not really.
I mean, it
fussed.
saves us a bit of money.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm not
After our
fussed. Too.
trip.
I'm not fussed if they did miss out. But yeah, that's the Dragons with their NRL draw. I think that's probably the highlight of their draw.
Yeah.
But we move on to the Eels now. Again, back to back, they have probably one of the worst draws you could get.
We've still got the Eels. draw.
Eels will play 5 teams that are coming off a bye,
Oh, wow.
which is pretty bad because you don't
Yeah.
want to verse a team that's coming off a bye.
100%.
Fresh. Last year they versed. So Eels started their 2023 season with a 1-4 start, as we all know.
Yeah.
With 3 of those coming from a team that had a bye. They versed Manly, Panthers, and Roosters in consecutive weeks, and those teams had byes before heading into them,
Yeah,
and they lost every single one of them.
Yeah, that's
like imagine
not
giving
good.
Panthers a 2-week break before versing them. Like
Oh,
They'll be
yeah, yeah.
fresh.
you're
as
you're gone.
They'd kill him.
And that's my point. Like Eels have been look, as much as I don't like the Eels, but they've been given a tough draw again, and it's I don't know why the NRL's
It's
done it.
deserving. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's deserving. Yeah.
no, but it's deserving because the season they had, they should have made the 8.
Yeah,
And they're on the way. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
fuck you
But,
guys.
yeah, but unfortunately they didn't make it to finals. So
Oh,
And
unfortunately.
also, this year they're going to be playing. So the top 5 teams last year,
Yeah.
they're going to be playing them twice.
wow.
So they got
That's gonna be
stuffed up with
intense
the
for
draw.
them.
So like,
That's a tough test.
What do you think, Anthony? Do you think it's
Show me you hate the Eels without
I
telling
do.
me you hate the Eels.
I can't stand them. I can't
As
stand
in like the NRL.
Oh, in NRL. Yeah, fuck
As in
no.
like tell me you hate the Eels
Without
without
telling
telling me you hate
Yeah,
the Eels.
you just-
like NRL's like fuck.
I
this
reckon
thing.
a
Yeah, I know.
Bulldogs. I reckon a Bulldogs fan done that draw.
I swear, it's probably probably Gus
Anthony,
is
did you
behind
do
this.
it?
What?
Did you make
Maybe
the draw?
Bashara did this.
I didn't do the draw.
Did you make the Parramatta draw?
I don't know who.
I saw-
Joey Maroon. I love you, Joey.
And
Shout out,
also,
Joey.
all jokes aside, like
Yeah.
we don't like Parramatta, like Samuel's mentioned, but
Yeah.
you look at every other team, they seem to not get the worst draw, but Parramatta, it's been 2 years in a row where they've got the worst draws. So you
Yeah.
look at it, is someone behind the scenes doing this on purpose for them? Because it's no coincidence they get two
Nobody
back-
knows what's behind the scenes,
'Cause
but it's just for their how can I say? Because they're getting a tough draw for this season, for next season. Sorry, it's going to be very, very hard for them.
But yeah, my point is,
Yeah.
but for them to get back to back, it's
Yeah.
a bit weird because Dogs last year was a very hard.
This year it was actually the
No,
toughest
this
one.
year was hard.
Yeah.
Last year was hard. This year,
You mean this?
Nah,
year?
last year was
let me-
tough,
let me
but then
rephrase this.
that's right.
This season was tough fixtures
Yeah, it
at the
was.
start. Now next year, I think it's pretty 50-50.
Nah, pretty good. Nah, very good.
Yeah,
our
I'm happy.
fixtures.
But you look at Parramatta again; they just cop with the biggest problems. With
Also, they're the most
draw
team that
coming out.
has. They have 4 5-day turnarounds.
Yeah, see again.
Like, they just got stuffed
who
up. I
cares?
know if that was Bulldogs fans, would have been.
Oh, yeah,
would've been
everyone
Everyone would
super
have been pissed off.
But you know what I was like. Look, wasn't there a you know what they should have done?
What?
A Belmore Para. Oh, sorry, a Doggies Para game
Belmore Sports
at
Ground.
Belmore Sports
Yeah,
Ground.
that would have been
I think
crazy.
that's fair. Mate.
They should have made that job because think about it, man. The area. It's basically the area.
Of course.
Para fans are from the area.
Yeah.
Bulldogs fans are from the area. The turnout's going to be crazy. That
Yeah.
should
Who
have
do we
been
have
one of
at
those
Belmore
matches.
this year?
We got, was it
Oh,
Knights?
Titans.
Titans.
Titans,
Yeah,
we got Titans, I
Is
think.
there one more?
returns.
Did we have 2 games?
They usually do
I'm
2.
thinking about pre-season.
Yeah, pre-season.
I think it's
Melbourne.
one game this year. I
Oh,
think it's
Melbourne.
one game
We've got
at
Melbourne
Melbourne.
pre-season.
Yeah, we got the
Yeah,
pre-season.
but I'm saying
pre-season.
official NRL.
See,
it's
instead
one
of
Belmore.
the would you say
Dogs,
Sharks?
Titans.
Was it Sharks? Titans.
Titans, yeah, yeah.
Instead of Titans, why don't they say put Parramatta?
Yeah, yeah.
Make
like,
the most money out
a
of it.
bigger team, yeah. Because
That would have been great.
it'll still be packed out, but you're not going to get Titans fans there. So, like,
Yeah, it'd be way more
it'll
packed
be-
out.
yeah, yeah. But, yeah, that's a wrap up for the NRL draw reaction. Can't wait for the 2024 season.
Yeah, that's
Should
the
be
premiership
It's
interesting.
gonna be a big one, man.
Especially for Bulldogs fans, as we know. But, yeah, that's a wrap up for the draw. Next.
But yeah, moving on. So look, we're just talking about the preseason challenge.
Yeah.
It's been said that Panthers are set to miss the preseason challenge to focus on the Wigan Warriors in the World Cup challenge.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
What are your opinions on that? Do you think it's like, oh, we're too good for the? I mean, they are too good for the rest of the comp. But in a way, do you think it's like fair? I mean, they are facing for the World Cup challenge, as in like they lost against who was it, St Helens this year.
Yeah.
But I mean, they want to
But
win
that
it.
was
But
pre-season.
in a way, it's like, yeah, but that's
they
what it
still
is.
lost, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is it like is it unfair for other clubs? Like, why do they get to miss it out?
But because the last couple of years, I think they haven't had a World Cup challenge because of COVID.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure, this is their first season in the World Cup challenge against the winner of England.
No, they've faced them this year.
No, but that was pre-season challenge.
That's what it is. Preseason.
That's what
this
it
is
is.
It's in the preseason.
Yeah, so Shaba,
Wait.
let me phrase it to you.
No, Panthers missed preseason challenge to
Yeah, the
focus on.
preseason challenge. Like
Yeah.
our preseason.
Yeah,
Our
preseason.
This is
preseason.
the World Cup challenge.
Yeah, but let me try.
They're missing out the normal preseason.
Yeah.
The
So-
trials.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I
Trials.
said.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
let me
I-
try to
yeah.
phrase it to you. So,
what I mean.
so what happens when whoever wins in the
England
NRL,
and
so
England.
they win the
Yeah.
grand final. So what happens in the preseason? They have to miss out just for one game
to go.
because so they go to England to travel to verse whoever wins in the Super League.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So
yeah.
so whoever won in the Super League, Wigan Warriors,
Yeah.
now they're versing Penrith.
Yeah.
They want to see who's the number one team in our
That's my point. They
rugby
haven't had
league.
that
Yeah.
in for a couple of seasons because
Yeah.
last year they versus Leeds.
Yeah, it happened in
the
COVID
pre-season
because they had
challenge.
to stop
Yeah,
it
COVID,
of
that's
the
what I'm saying.
outbreak
No,
and the
no,
lockdown.
they
and
faced St Helens this year in the preseason.
That's a pre-season challenge, but I'm
Yeah.
saying that's not the World Cup challenge. That Leeds entered the competition to verse NRL clubs. They versed 2 clubs, Penrith and some
Oh
other team.
yeah.
That's
That
pre-season
started the
challenge.
season, wasn't it? This
Yeah,
year,
they-
yes.
they got World Cup.
Yeah,
This is the World Cup
he's right,
challenge.
Bill.
This is once a year.
Yeah.
Where, like you said, the winner of the England competition
They
and
didn't
do it last
Australia, they didn't do it last
Oh,
year.
okay.
Because,
so that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. This is something different. I want to.
No, they're bringing it back because it's always happened.
But-
It's always
Yeah,
been
that's
happening
always
every
been the
year.
tradition.
That's the
Yeah.
tradition of
Yeah,
it.
But
that's what I'm
regardless, do you
saying.
think it's fair?
I think it is fair, bro. Because
it is
fair.
look, Penrith won back-to-back competitions 3 times now,
Three-peat.
and plus, like whoever wins from Super League, they have to verse the NRL team.
Yeah.
They have to.
Tradition
do that.
keeps-
That's the tradition.
Now,
They
what
can't
Bill's
change
saying-
that.
But I'm saying like,
Is it fair that they miss out? on
is it
preseason?
fair? Like, why?
I think it's not.
I don't think so.
I think it's not fair because a team's now going to miss out on versing a
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
You know, if they're going to have to, like, what's it called? They might have to adjust it. An extra team has to play an extra preseason when they probably don't want to.
Yeah.
They want to play just 2.
Now, every team has a team. It's 16 teams now. Even
that's
because
right.
Penrith are out.
Penrith, that's right. Oh, so now it's even.
I think
even.
keep tradition
is,
the same. I think Penrith have earned their position, earned their place into this World Cup challenge. And I think
I'm not saying they haven't, but I'm saying as a club,
because they might be disrespecting it.
I mean, look, I'm happy. Yeah, 100%, man. Like,
Yeah,
if you win 3 in a row, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like as a club, for instance, the Bulldogs, you see that happening. It's like they have a say.
Yeah, I know
that's
what
right.
you mean.
So they're not in charge. The NRL's in charge. That's just my opinion, man.
So Penrith had the final say at the end.
Yeah. But look, at the same time, it's like,
It's just
why would they
pre-season.
play preseason challenge too?
It's just
Yeah, I know,
normal.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
nothing. It's nothing to them anyway.
It's
As
a
in,
World Cup. The World Cup
is
challenge
it's
more
more
important.
Intense,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think now. My point, of course, now that it's even teams, so my point won't make sense. But yeah, I think it's just preseason, just trials. So they want to focus on something more.
But it's always a good game to watch the World Cup Challenge.
always good.
Because I know the time difference from like Sydney to
different.
what's the name, England. It's always like 3-4 in the morning. You have to watch it
Yeah.
on Fox Sports.
With socks.
I remember me and my dad used to watch it all the time. The World Cup Challenge every year.
so good, man.
It is good.
It's good.
To see like who's actually the best
Even
team.
during the World Cup last year,
Yeah, there were a few games
when
in the
there was a
morning.
few games in the like 4 a.m.,
That's right,
5 a.m.,
yeah.
and there was even 11 p.m., which was good for us.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
No, it's you can see it both ways. But anyways, we've been talking. I think we've been talking about this once every week now about the 18 team.
Yeah, we've been saying it, yeah.
Wayne Bennett has come in and said he wants a
Another
team in
18
Perth.
team in Perth.
Yeah, so hold on.
Yeah.
He's come in and said there is a big business over there that
Yeah.
could certainly bankroll an NRL team. I have no doubt Perth will be ready.
We need a Perth
basically,
team.
do you
I
think
know
he's
which
right?
team he's talking about.
Do you think a Perth team should be right for the NRL?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because Western Reds,
Yeah, they were back then.
They were back in the late 90s, mid 90s, I think,
a Perth
94,
team makes
95.
sense.
Do you
I
think,
think, yeah.
I would
more
love
than
to
like-
see them to come back to NRL.
More than because really it
Yeah.
is a PNG team that's like set to make their NRL debut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Impact,
do you
yeah.
think it's better to put a Perth team or a PNG team?
Look,
I don't
that's
know, it's a tough
one.
decision, bro.
State of Origin has seemed to be in Perth for a
Yeah,
couple of seasons now. So if you're promoting the NRL in Perth in recent years, I think it's important to get a team from Perth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Origin, couple of seasons they've been at Perth, so why not bring a Perth team?
I mean, yeah.
If you're promoting it in the state.
like I told you, I said if they bring back Western Reds back in the late 90s, I think that'll be a good decision to bring them back. And they start bringing like all the development players. And even if they want Papua New Guinea players to join in the Western Reds, I think it's a good decision.
Yeah, I mean,
that's my opinion.
Onto your point about the state of origin, like like the stats don't lie, man. Like 60,000 people attended state of origin.
Yeah.
What was it
Off the stadium,
last
yeah.
year or
Last year,
2 years ago? Was it last year?
Last
Well,
year,
this
yeah.
season-
20.
It was last
Was
year.
it 23? No, we
No,
didn't
it was
play
like
this
22.
22.
When Matt Burton done
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's it.
And then you look at it this season in round 23 where Rabbitohs faced the Sharks, they had 45,814
Good attendance in
people.
Perth.
So they get good attendance.
Which is good.
Good
Especially,
facilities
yeah,
there.
Especially when, again, they don't have a club there.
Yeah,
so, of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
if they have a club,
Yeah.
it'll be even better.
No, but look, if we're comparing it to PNG, look, I was reading into it. I was like, nah, PNG makes sense. It does make sense.
Yeah.
But you look at it, you compare them. There's better facilities in Perth. A lot
Yeah.
of stadiums, a lot of people. And they tried it before, it didn't work out. I feel like if they do it again now, it would work. But at the same time, man, like we talked about how dangerous it is in PNG to take
Yeah,
teams
it
over
is.
there.
It is, yeah.
And but look, you can't deny the loyalty. Like we see that PNG has
PNG,
already.
yeah.
That's what really is a difference maker for me.
passion they have.
But the passion those fans have.
Yeah, it's
but even if you get into it, man, it makes sense. Like the reason why, like, because what are they 4 hours back, Perth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're
right
only
now,
4 hours, yeah.
games
Back.
when they show games will finish at 1 a.m.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
That's right,
So
yeah.
like in a
Games
way,
would
like
start 10 p.m.
Yeah.
But I swear NRL games used to start. There used to be games that start at 9 p.m.
No, it used to be the same.
Don't you
Yeah,
remember?
I think so.
I think they sometimes there were games at Perth for a few times.
yeah.
I remember games were like at 10 p.m. because it was at Perth.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why.
I
yeah.
think so. A few times they promoted.
So
it.
like every time, the last game at Perth, it was a normal time at
Yeah.
8:30.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
had it live. Like
So like for instance, Fox
Yeah.
Sports, they usually show games. What is it? Sunday 6 p.m.
Yeah.
It'll be what, like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Perth.
It would
So
be,
like
yeah.
it's good if they change the times. I think it works well for them.
I
Especially
think,
like on Sundays, we got work tomorrow, and you
Yeah,
want to stay
which
up
is
late.
good. Which is
Yeah.
good.
You know what
I think Perth is a more safer choice
Safe
to go
option.
to.
Yeah.
But then, like you could say, Perth is where your mind wants you to go, but PNG is where your heart wants you to
Yeah.
go. So
Yeah, exactly.
look, but both moves would be good, but I'm leaning more towards
I
now
feel something-
the Perth.
NRL will choose Perth,
I don't know. I feel like they're
but
pushing for
I think
PNG.
PNG's time will come eventually.
I feel like they are, man. I feel like they'll push for PNG.
And again,
for some
even
reason.
in the Pacific Championship, most of the games were in PNG.
Yeah.
For, of course, PNG.
I think it was
first
like
time
literally
there.
80% of
So
the
you
time.
can look
yeah.
at it, they're promoting it, trying to promote it there in PNG. So there's many ways you can
The
look
only
at
reason why they take it to PNG is to grow the game.
Yeah.
the game. So
Because they want to
But
get into
even the
that.
fan base
youth.
too. Their fan base is pretty
And
big.
there's
as
a lot
well.
of kids that are good, grow
Yeah.
them up, promote them.
NRL is now trying to grow their business. You look at Las Vegas,
Yeah.
now PNG, now Perth. They want to try and
Look,
expand
as a
the game,
business
which is
move,
good.
as a business move,
go Perth.
PNG.
Oh, you
no,
look at
PNG. As a business to broaden the NRL, PNG, you want to
Oh,
take it
Perth is
to
already not-
international borders, you go
Okay.
PNG. But Perth, Perth's just going to be like another Gold Coast Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way. But it worked, don't get me wrong.
But I think both is good.
But I feel like the more riskier move is PNG.
The better.
And high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Trust me.
That's
But who knows? We'll find out.
Oh,
We'll have
either
to
way,
find
man.
out.
Well,
But, yeah.
well,
when it
player
happens.
that's showing a lot of risk is Raymond Faitala
Yeah.
Mariner.
Yeah.
He's putting himself in a very bad position. He was spotted with Gus Gould in the Chinese place in Belmore, the
It's
restaurant.
always there, man.
It's always there.
I
It's a
think
hot
are the
spot.
Chinese hiring bloody photographers? Because it was a photographer. It was a full photographer.
It was some random person.
No, it was an actual photographer. Gus came out and
Yeah,
said,
he actually said on his
they
Twitter
looked at
account,
this.
yeah.
They looked at the CCTV footage
yeah.
from Canterbury Leagues Club,
Yeah.
and it was an actual media member that actually followed them to Canterbury Leagues.
Yeah, and some
Like,
are
how
saying,
do they know?
some are
I
saying
don't know.
maybe Raymond or the agent told him
Maybe,
to take a photo.
yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Because Gus put a tweet out. He goes, it surprises me how that photographer was there at that time
Yeah.
with a restaurant that was completely empty. So like you could say maybe the agent of Raymond
Or maybe
had
it was
something
an
to
Asian
do with
restaurant.
it.
Toys there, man.
Something like that. But yeah, it looks like he's probably on his way out. Maybe they solved their issue. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think Raymond's on his way out of the Bulldogs. It's a shame how it's ending for him. He was a loyal servant for the club. Yes, he had his injuries, but I still respect him.
100%.
Yeah, we
I
all
still
do.
respect
We
him.
all
I
do.
still want him in the team.
We love the bloke.
Saying he's the one that leaked everything
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Maybe,
But
I don't know.
I think at times maybe he was treated wrongly. Like especially when you're saying they regretted to give you the captaincy.
Yeah.
Like I don't think any player will take that nicely.
100%.
You know,
And
so
especially he loves the club.
He loves the club so
What
much.
club says that anyway?
And he loves the club so
Yeah,
much. Like,
man.
I think out of everyone in that dressing group, he's the one that loves the club the most.
Yeah.
Sure.
He cried when he got the captaincy.
Yeah.
So I understand
It's a knife
that.
and a half for him.
I understand, like, if he did do all that stuff, why he would do it, because he gave everything for the club.
Yeah.
Captaincy, he cried when he
Yeah.
got it, so it meant so much to him. And for like the club to say, no, we regret putting you captain, that's like a slap
A
in the
big
face.
slap in the face.
You meet Raymond as a person. He's a very genuine guy,
Yeah, 100%.
and I don't think he's that type to leak images and that without a cause.
Yeah.
Because we've spoken to him in fan days and that. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, 100%.
And
He's
a funny
I
bloke,
love
yeah.
speaking to him when I see him.
You can tell. Yeah, you can
And
tell.
for him to do this, like something, it's probably what they've done to him, how they've treated him when they said, we regret giving you this
Yeah.
armband, as reports say. So it's probably affected him, and it really hurt him to know that the club don't appreciate him as a captain.
Look, is there a better way he could have dealt with situations?
Maybe, yes.
he
Or
could
maybe
have
they
done
solved
better.
it. Nobody knows what's
Nah,
the situation
I
behind the
highly doubt it,
scenes.
man.
I think-
I really don't know, but we'll find out very, very
The
soon.
club's got better plans.
I know. But,
Yeah,
in
look,
their
he's
opinion.
30
but do you
years
think they'll
old.
give him a better chance? Or?
No, I think he's probably done. I think, look, he's 30 years maybe age. I think
He's still young. He's still
I
got a
think
few years
they
in him.
probably agreed to move him on to another club.
I don't know. We'll find
But
out.
even then, the clubs don't want him.
Yeah, the clubs are.
So, like,
clubs don't want
that's
him.
why he's stuck at the
Super
Dogs.
League might be his next move potentially. Super League, they get
Yeah.
good players always.
Yeah, of course. Because
look,
they take all the NRL players straight to Super
Yeah,
League.
like
to,
the ones that are
yeah.
like done but still can play a lot. You know.
No, they play good,
Yeah,
but they
that's
get
what I'm
better.
saying. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like, for example, Will Habuari.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
He
saw
retired.
that. Yeah, so they actually put on Twitter that he retired.
Yeah.
Will Habuari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's done, yeah.
what a milestone that he
He's
achieved
done
in his
Great-
life, bro.
great career.
He played everywhere.
He played with Manly, played with
Origin,
Eels, Dogs.
national level.
Yeah, Tonga as well.
He was great. Well,
big player. For
Yeah.
him to be at many big clubs, Manly, Dogs, England, top player.
It was a pretty
Stellar
decent player,
career.
man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah, congrats Will Habuari on your retirement, and yeah, all the best for whatever the future holds for you.
All right, before we wrap up league talk, just one more topic. David Fifita is a free agent despite him signing a new 3-year deal for Titans. And for me, look, I did not see this coming. I didn't know if you sign a contract, you become a free agent straight away. He's a very good player, and for him to possibly leave Titans, I think that'll be a massive blow for Titans.
Yeah, for Titans, yeah.
Yeah, for Titans, because Hazard just joined the club, and I think Hazard can transform into a much better player.
Style, you can say.
Yeah, I think it's a big blow if they were to lose him.
They got Tino and David Fifita, of course. But yeah, if David Fifita goes, I don't think he will. But if he does go, it'll be a massive blow for him. But not for him, for the club. But I think moving to a better club would boost his career.
Oh, it would for sure.
Absolutely.
Look, he's a free agent, but I don't reckon. Look, he signed a deal for a reason, knowing that he's going to be a free agent in November 1. So I don't think him being a free agent will make him leave, I guess, if there's a bigger offer. He signed a deal for a reason.
Yeah. I know.
He loves the club, Hasler, new project.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, as you said, it's better for him if he's thinking about leaving for his career. But I mean, Hasler might turn the Titans around.
Yeah, I think he was leaving him and Tina, but I think Hasler possibly had a meeting with him, change their mind.
Yeah, when Des Hazard comes to your team, you're going to stay because
of course
he can really change the Titans. They've been good. Yeah, they've been solid. You can see patches where you're seeing improvements.
Yeah,
and I think Hasler, he's going to do good. But the problem with Hasler, he can do good, but then cause a complete mess.
Yeah, that's right.
Manly, they got rid of him.
Yeah.
Bulldogs especially.
Manly again.
And they just crumbled down.
And Titans. So it's you got a reward but a high risk.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
We'll see how that goes with them.
That'll be a team to watch next year.
That'll be a team that everyone's going to be on. That could be potentially the dark horses.
And something they've lacked is defense.
Yeah, defense is very weak.
Something Hasler can fix.
Hasler can fix.
The defense is very, very weak.
They've always had the attack, just the defense they never had.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good.
Yeah, that's a wrap up for league talk now. We move on to some wrestle talk. I'm not sure you guys know the War Games in Survivor Series.
Yeah, I saw that segment.
The Monday Night Raw segment at the end. That was
when they were hitting each other and they were going all out, all out brawl. Around the ring. And that's when Adam Pearce comes in. And he says, "You want a war?
Yeah.
You want a war? Well, you have it. Yeah. We've got War Games.
It was mad.
So that's going to be a massive main event. That's going to be a big main event.
Seth, Sammy, Cody, and
Jey Uso. Versus the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
But they're saying that there could be a fifth member coming in. Yeah, I've actually heard the rumors about it.
War Games is 5v5. Yeah. Always. So what wrestlers do you think will return? How's the storyline going to pan out at Survivor Series?
Not too sure exactly.
Who do you want to return?
So that's the thing. I
think we already said it from the previous.
Look, I think
we said it before.
I think it could be Drew McIntyre that joins the Judgment Day for the fifth one.
Yeah, but it looks like he's going to be joining the Judgment Day for sure.
I think Jimmy Uso, not to of course join the Judgment Day because his brother's in the other team.
Yeah.
So I think that will build a lot of. And don't forget, Bloodline Judgment, they have a
good connection with each other.
Getting Jimmy Uso to join and face his brother. But for the other team, potentially Kevin Owens maybe might join.
I don't know about Owens. They're saying that Randy Orton might join him.
Maybe, yeah.
I think Randy Orton has never been in the War Games before.
They've leaked recently about his new theme song.
Who?
Randy Orton's got a new theme song. So it starts off the same as all his other theme songs, but there's a complete different new beat.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's hinted.
No, you can't change that one.
I like the original one, man.
No, it's still the same lyrics.
Yeah, but it's just different version.
I think Drew McIntyre is going to be the fifth man. Because when he lost to Seth Rollins, you saw Rhea Ripley right next to him nodding her head.
So there could be like a spoiler,
I think for him to win another big title, he has to join Judgment Day.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to happen. And then you get either Kevin Owens or Randy Orton.
I was watching this.
That's how I'm seeing it.
I was watching this theory on, not theory, like someone saying, imagine Damian Priest cashed in his money make during the match.
Yeah.
But then as soon as he cashed it, Finn Balor pins Seth Rollins and he's out. So that would be mad storyline that happens in it.
But it's going to be a tense War Games match, man. I love War Games. Why? Because they bring like all the weapons that you can bring in the ring, like tables, chairs,
and it's
ladders,
last man standing. Yeah,
I think it is. Yeah,
they pin him.
But you know what? I think Ricochet should have joined in with Cody Rhodes and that. Bro, he's a high flyer.
Yeah.
You need someone high flyer.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if you watched the NXT War Games a few years ago when Ricochet, War Raiders and Pete Dunne.
Nah.
Is that when Ricochet flew off the cage?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually
Maybe
watched
I've
that
seen
match.
a clip, but I didn't see the whole match.
Bro, it went for like 55 minutes.
Yeah, that was a
The
great
match.
match.
55 minutes. There was just tables breaking. The bodies
How
are
long
everywhere.
do you think this match will go for?
I think about.
Are they usually
I
off
think this
20,
is going to.
20 minutes?
Because last year, the Bloodline. Who did they verse last year?
It was Sami Zayn,
Sami
the
Zayn.
Bloodline, of course.
Yeah, Bloodline versus Owens. Who else was there in?
Was Rollins?
Butch, Sheamus, and what's his name? Pete Dunne as Butch.
So
Yeah, so
was that like 20 minutes or shorter?
yeah, I think it was. I think it only went
Yeah.
for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But the NXT War Games, what I watched,
So you said Butch.
55 minutes straight. That was like
that's
the best
crazy.
main event I've ever watched.
Yeah.
So if this War Games main event match, I hope it goes for like 30, 40
I
minutes
think
straight.
we're going to see one of the best matches.
I hope so.
I think it's going to be the best
very
pay-per-views in a while.
Pay-per-view, yes.
But they can't stuff it up.
They can't. If they
I'm
stuff it
scared
up,
that imagine Randy.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Where's it at again? Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago.
Imagine Randy or CM Punk don't ever return.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
No, and
Well, are you gonna get
I
one
don't know if it
return?
was fake, but I saw something on Instagram about on WWE page. There was like a list of not wrestlers, but CM Punk was on it. Not his face, but they were
No,
getting
there was
it
like
ready.
a future glimpse about it because
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
it. Jay Uso, I think it was like on the photo, and then there was like the star
Yeah,
sign
I saw
on the
that.
side.
He's joining.
So it's like a what's
think he's
name?
And
coming.
even
coming.
WWE updated the WWE's page of
And CM Punk was on
Yeah,
it.
so that means that he's returning.
Yeah.
So he's
Everyone
part
knows
of the
that.
roster.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
updated his player profile.
Yeah.
As in a wrestler profile, sorry.
He's coming back for
Quickly,
sure.
So, yeah.
How do you see CM Punk returning? Is it against
Roman, yeah. Or Seth.
As
Or
in,
Seth.
what, returning?
Return, like how is he going to return?
Of
Is
course.
it-
I was like, how is he going to return? Like, how?
Yeah,
no, like,
in
how?
Survivor
Yeah.
Series?
Who is he gonna return
Who's
to?
going to return to?
because that's a frustrating
whoever
question,
he
bro.
returns
I think
to-
it retire. Maybe
Reigns.
maybe at the War Games.
Yeah,
You reckon?
maybe.
Maybe he could
The
return.
fifth member.
Yeah.
Maybe confront Rollins or maybe Reigns. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then what happens to
could be one of
Randy?
them. Huh?
If you're saying CM Punk,
One of
You're
them
going to get
returns.
two
But I
returns.
think
One of them
So,
returns.
yeah, I know.
I think it'll
I
be
think
CM
no,
Punk.
they said both of them they're going to return.
It'll
No,
be
no, but I'm
CM
saying
Punk.
in Survivor Series,
It'll be
only
CM
one
Punk.
return. I think CM Punk,
we'll find
Chicago
out.
makes
We'll find
sense.
It looks like everyone's chasing Seth Rollins and Roman.
Nah, really, though, yeah.
Everyone's getting Seth. You got
He's the world heavyweight champion.
yeah, Damian Priest. But I'm saying why not Roman?
Because he's a part-timer.
He is
Yeah,
a part-timer,
true.
bro.
Yeah,
I've
fair
noticed
enough.
that because they're saying that if he loses the title, he's going to Hollywood straight away. Of
Yeah.
course, because The Rock's given him a massive role and a contract
Yeah.
to go to Hollywood. That's what happens.
Well,
After when you go to WWE, you go
look,
straight to
I
Hollywood.
guess
be a cracker
we
show.
all can't wait
know.
for Survivor Series. It's
That's
in a
gonna
few
be-
weeks' time. But John Cena underwent a surgery not long ago after
Yeah, I
Crown
saw
Jewel.
that. When was that? When that happened? Like
I think
After the Shakur
after
match.
Crown Jewel, yeah.
match. Yeah, he had a surgery on one of his elbows. That was successful, and now, of course, I think in a few weeks' time he's doing his other arm too.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, we could potentially not see John Cena for quite a while now.
Yeah.
He only had that little run at WWE because they had an actor's strike in Hollywood. So that's
I
that's
saw
why
that.
he was there in the first place. So yeah, I think as you said, I think
Makes sense.
it's done for him in WWE for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it's sad. Bro, it's sad to see, man.
I know.
Like as in bro, like it's like the old. It's like the expensive Bentleys breaking down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
see him, he's getting injured now, and so not
And
going to be
especially
back.
you,
And,
as kids, you grow up watching it.
yeah, man.
Like
he
those-
rarely used to get injured. I don't remember
Yeah,
seeing
he
that.
did.
He
Yeah,
only like got injured like twice or three times.
Yeah, like from
Like the
big,
broken
from big
nose.
spots in matches.
Yeah.
You know what
Like
I mean?
of course,
Like he done his pec back in 08. I
That's what
remember
I'm saying,
that.
man. He really gets
Yeah.
injured.
Yeah, I
like
know.
they're
That's
saying
it.
he might the next one we might see him is like in a year's time. So
I think in about a year.
that potentially
yeah.
rules him out for WrestleMania.
I think his next run's his last run. I would say it last
But
one.
they're saying that he could probably go for the world heavyweight title.
But he's done, bro. He can't go for it.
No,
now.
I'm not saying now. Probably later, like before he retires.
there has to be a match between John Cena and Randy.
Yeah,
think
it
that
has to be.
I reckon that's going to be his last.
Last-
I mean, I've said about Roman.
That was like one of the best rivalries.
But I
John
reckon
Cena
that,
and
that
Randy.
has to be his last match.
Yeah, so John Cena's going to probably be out for. They said a year's. I think someone close to him, I think his agent or something, said a
Yeah.
year's time, and I think the next time he does come back, it's going to be long term. Because it's that period
Long,
where it's
yeah,
his last run,
Yeah.
so he'd stay for at least maybe a year. I don't know, but yeah, hopefully we see John Cena back again. It's always sad when he comes in and leaves
Yeah,
again because
yeah.
then you're gonna wait to when he comes.
You're always
next.
going to get only 1 month out of him.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy to see like how much the fans like turned on him from back in the day,
Yeah,
and now look, everyone's just
Back in
everyone loves him.
back in 03.
Yeah, he went from being so loved to throughout that ruthless aggression era, PG era. Everyone hated him.
Yeah, he did.
He had that little rise above hate era with the
That
Rob.
was the best era.
And then when he came back, everyone loved him again.
Yeah.
It's
Why
good to see.
everyone likes him more than Roman is because he was like a full-time.
Yeah.
And I don't like Roman how it's just a part-time.
Roman Reigns is in the prime of his career,
And he's only
and he
part-time.
signed the part-time contract.
Yeah.
That's
Cena
so
did
dumb.
that on a
So
full-time
what does he
contract
do
and
when he's
solidified
not-
his legacy.
What is he doing? Is he just at home? Like,
I don't know, man.
no one
I
knows.
think it's because of his health condition or something.
okay.
I
makes
think
sense.
it's
That's
leukemia.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
I think
But
so.
look, at the same time, bro, he's achieved what he's achieved.
Yeah.
1,000+ days as champion.
see that a
He's
lot
done
of
it
He's
all.
achieved them
the
all.
fans got interacted with that 1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot was saying 16,
But it's look,
1,000.
you know what? You just mentioned. Look, I don't want to bring it up again, but look, you just said it like his body's doing sitting at home.
Relax.
It's easy to sit at home and let those days, count up.
yeah.
Then fucking.
But it's not fair at the same
I said
time,
it's easier
bro.
to be a 1,000-day champion
Yeah.
than 16, 17
Like he
times.
missed- he missed
Because
last
I
week.
could win the belt,
Yeah.
sit at home for the next year, and that's 365 days gone.
Like he
That's
missed
right.
last week's SmackDown.
You know what I mean?
already
That's 7 days gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Cena had to defend that belt
Yeah.
every pay-per-view, every week, whoever came in front of him.
But
really.
you know, at Crown Jewel, when Reigns was versing LA Knight, but look, to me, I reckon LA Knight, got robbed. He actually got robbed because Jimmy Uso
Yeah.
interfered in that
He
match.
always,
Yeah.
the bloodline
Yeah,
I
always
hate
has to
that.
see him.
I
Yeah.
hate when
always
someone
happens.
interferes that just
That's
breaks
his
the whole
character.
match for
That's
us.
his character.
What a waste of like getting the match ready, getting your preparation ready as well, and even your training in that too. LA Knight was waiting for that moment just to win that title, but he didn't win it.
Yeah, like-
I feel like shit after watching that
Yeah.
fight.
I was
Not
reading.
pissed.
I swear to God,
I was reading
pissed.
something. I think WWE are doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
If you realize every match,
Yeah.
bloodline
Reigns,
interferes.
Reigns. That's
Bloodline
all it
interferes.
is.
I think there's a reason to it. And
There's
I
gonna
think
be a time
we'll
where
find
they
out very
can't.
soon
Just
why
let it
they-
rain.
But can't wait to see Cena back in action. But now this time we're doing five-a-side for a WWE segment.
Yeah.
Rank your top 5 best WWE songs. So everyone's got their list.
Yeah.
I'll go first. I'll just rank them. So I went 5th, The Rock's theme song, Electrifying.
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
4th, I went Cult.
Is this in order?
Yeah, I put them in order.
It's order.
Fifth to
Yeah, mine's in
first.
order.
4th, I put Cult of Personality, singing Punk.
4th,
Yeah.
Cult of Personality 4th.
Yeah. But
What are you on drugs, mate?
some of my theme songs are also based on
Yeah.
how I feel to that song.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
it means to
Oh
me.
yeah, me. I'm basing it what I feel
That's
to this song.
then,
not
then,
what-
then this list is bogus.
Then I went,
No, we're making a list of the best theme
yeah,
songs.
look, then I went 3rd, John Cena.
Okay.
Yeah.
2nd, Kingdom, Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
And I went 1st, Voices.
Okay.
That's pretty fair.
I agree
Yeah.
with everything except
I
for
said,
CM Punk.
okay, fair enough.
I'm sorry,
because I
bro.
said I dropped it low because
But that's your opinion.
the other ones, of course, like
Yeah, but like you gotta judge it off how it sounds.
No, look-
as in,
Yeah.
take emotions aside.
And how will they walk out as well? Like,
Kingdom and Cole Personality were between them. I said
Yeah,
Kingdom first.
Okay.
But yeah,
Chubba.
yeah.
So I went for 5th. I went Close Your Eyes, Christian.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
100%.
I remember that one.
Most underrated theme song.
Yeah.
I went 4th, American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then 3rd, I went Voices, Randy Orton.
Okay.
Then 2nd, I went You Think You Know Me, Edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then 1st, my favorite, John Cena.
Of course, John Cena.
I
You'll go.
I went 5th. I went Christian.
Yeah.
Just close your eyes.
Yeah.
Well, what a song, man.
Yeah.
Just remember watching
If you
ECW.
Zack Ryder, to be fair, his one's good. I love that.
Okay, anyways, I went 4th, Jeff Hardy, No More Words.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
put
remember
that.
Oh, mate, if
That
I hear
gave
this
me
song
goosebumps and chills,
I hear this
man.
song right
I
now,
like the
man.
Hardy Boys one.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if I was to hear this song right now, I'm swan bombing off this house. Anyways, I went 3rd. I went Triple H, The Game.
Yeah, yeah.
It's time to play the game. Bro, every time I hear that, J,
Bro,
man.
I always loved his entrance.
I'm gonna
bro.
spit some top of
Oh
water
my
out of my
God.
mouth, bro. Something. Anyways,
Oh, God.
2nd, I went Randy Orton, Voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Had to
He's
be
on
voice.
with Cole
I was,
personality first.
but I was thinking, bro. The second was very hard for me. I was
It
gonna
is
do Randy
hard,
Orton's first theme song.
I love Randy's song.
Hey,
oh,
da,
his-
da, da,
oh, yeah.
da, da.
That's a good
original
one, the
one,
first
yeah.
But
one.
I
Yeah.
couldn't choose. I ended up choosing Voices.
Look at what you say.
First one,
Same Punk.
what a personality, man. Wherever
That's
you put
Bill's
it,
favourite.
whether he's in the UFC,
Yeah.
whether he's in AEW, it always
Yeah.
hits, man.
Surprised no Cena.
Yeah, I didn't put Cena, man. I like it, but
Yeah.
I didn't put Cena.
Anthony.
Well, I got mine. The fifth, I Walk Alone from Batista.
Yeah, okay.
Batista, that was a good one.
Let's sing it for us.
I walk alone.
How does it start?
How did it go?
I'm sick of all these people talking.
I can drag on more.
We've turned into Australian.
Anyways,
the fourth I had Shawn Michaels. I'm
Yeah,
a
I was
sexy
gonna
boy.
say I'm surprised no one
Bro,
put it.
because I always loved Shawn Michaels. Steve, when he
How do you
was
sing that?
I am a sexy boy.
Okay, go
I
third.
got the looks.
Nah, I'm just the sexy boy.
Give us a
I'm not just a boy. Nah, I'm like I used to do
We
the
need you to come into the room with the flying fox, like how Shawn Michaels came in.
Oh, yeah. It's
Go
wrestling.
third.
third, Triple H, the game.
Okay.
Stone Cold in second.
Yeah. Okay.
I love Stone Cold's theme song.
Yeah, with the glass break.
When he comes on the ATV,
yeah.
comes to I don't know if you saw him in the WrestleMania 25 in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
When he came in
Yeah.
into the ATV,
That was
he drives around, comes back, and then he reverses it.
Yeah.
Bro, Stone Cold was
Goated, man. Goated, yeah.
yeah, he was a goated. And number one,
John Cena.
Undertaker.
Really?
Undertaker's song. Dun.
I mean, it's a good song. It's all it is bells.
I know, but it was scary. But bro, the mystique of it, bro, it was
Yeah,
just
100%.
Yeah,
bro.
there's more to
It
it,
just
yeah.
made like, how can I say it, bro? It was like one of the best entrants.
It scared little Anthony.
Hey, look, it did. You know what?
And it
I'll be
still scares me to this
fair.
day.
Back in the days, I used to get scared.
100%. I used to get scared.
Bro, like everyone thought he was dead.
Yeah.
He even actually said it himself in his own mouth. Undertaker said people thought that I was dead. The way the mystique, the way of the song, like when Paul Bearer was walking out with him,
Yeah.
people thought he was dead, like he was a ghost.
Yeah. No, 100%.
But
I
his
agree.
song was like all time.
I mean,
favorite.
it hits. It does hit.
It does.
Every
hit.
time
And
you hear
it
that
actually
bell,
gives me chills and
Yeah.
like it gives me goosebumps.
especially that
every time.
first bell. The first bell.
Yeah, the first bill. Oh my
Still
god.
nightmares.
Nah,
to
not
this day.
anymore, bro. Like,
Don't lie.
No, when I
Don't
was young,
lie.
I used to get scared of it, bro. Like,
Don't
I used
lie.
to get my bed blanket and just cover myself.
Anthony,
Start crying.
Anthony still looks under his bed to see if he's there.
Not anymore, Billy.
But
What about the
remember that
boogeyman?
scene?
Did he scare you? The boogeyman.
Oh, the boogie.
Nah, the boogeyman was funny. When he used to give everyone those slimy and fucking
Snakes.
snakes.
Worms, sorry.
Have
What
you seen
the-
that scene where Undertaker's in the limo and he tells Teddy, buckle it up?
Oh, yeah.
I'll buck it up to you. That was the best segment, that
Did
one.
he say that to you?
No.
Okay, finally, let's wrap up with another segment. Just who said it. I'm going to give you guys just
So
a
is that
few.
wrestling or whatever?
Just wrestling.
Ah, okay.
No fourth or none, just something small. Okay, first of all, we got the first quote. To succeed, I have to believe every night in my heart that I am the best.
Ooh, I
So
know.
I'll tell you, it's either Kurt Angle, John
Do we have a
Cena.
buzzer? Do we have a buzzer?
Okay, we'll do a buzzer.
Okay, so there's four answers. Like
Three
four-
answers.
Three
So
answers.
listen, to succeed, I have to believe every night in my heart that I'm the best. You got Kurt Angle, John Cena, and Batista.
Be John Cena.
Correct.
Wow, that was the easiest one.
say
Of
Cena.
course.
Okay, I actually am as good as everyone pretends to be. You got Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose, and Chris Jericho.
Dolph Ziggler.
No.
And
Was it Dean?
who was the last one?
There's Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose.
Say it again. Can you repeat it again? Sorry.
No.
Repeat it again. I want to hear it.
I actually am as good as everyone pretends to be.
Oh, Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
2.
That's what I was gonna say. But it's all good.
I think that if you go through life and no one hates you, then that means you're not good at anything. It's either Triple H, The Miz, and Seth Rollins.
Miz.
No.
Seth Rollins.
No.
Triple H.
That's a clean sheet right there.
Okay, can
Horrible.
Sammy make it 4 in a row now? So
God.
next one, come on in. When nightmares are the best part of my day. You've got Bray Wyatt, Boogeyman, and Ultimate Warrior. I'll say it again.
Repeat it again.
Come on in. When nightmares are the best part of my day. Bray Wyatt, Boogeyman, or Ultimate Warrior.
Bro, what?
No.
Was it
I said-
Ultimate what?
He said.
I said
Who
it.
he said it first?
Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
I said it. 80 Always fucking cheating.
Can Sammy make it 5 in a row now?
Oh my god.
I'm not the biggest, I'm not the strongest, but I am damn sure the biggest. It's either Daniel Bryan, Hornswoggle, or Rey Mysterio.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, you got
Fucking
it.
yes.
You got something. At least you got something.
Clean sheet, mate.
So finish.
Okay, I got one more.
one more.
I'm Slaughter the Clown. Come on, Anthony, get this right.
Come on, Anthony.
Go.
I'm Slaughter the Clown. I'll give you a point. I feel bad.
What are you talking about?
I'm Slaughter the Clown.
I'm Slaughter the Clown.
Come on, I'm giving you an easy one.
Who said that?
Me? You're an idiot. That's what you are.
Anyways, that's a
Oh
wrap
my
to
God.
Wrestle Talk, and now moving on to some combat talk.
Anyways, Anthony, another week, another edition of Combat Talk. UFC 295 happened last night. Oh, yesterday.
Yesterday,
Not
sorry,
even
yeah.
last night.
It was yesterday, sorry.
Yeah, man. What a crazy event. Everything, all the fights ended in like 2 rounds.
Oh, I know. It's been
Honestly.
great. It's been crazy, those fights, man. I was watching it yesterday.
Very quick fights, man. At the MC, at the Madison Square Garden too.
Yeah, you're talking at the best stadium of all time. That's where history made. Like,
best arena, yeah. It is the
best arena, I could
of
say.
all time, man.
Like,
But yeah, man. Let's get straight into it.
Yeah, we'll get straight into it.
Straight into the recap.
we got the first fight. We got Pat Sabatini versus Diego Lopez from
Yep.
Brazil.
So Diego Lopez wins.
Yeah, what a crazy knockout, man.
Yeah.
He knocked him out in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. He punches him right in the head and drags him right in the cage.
Yeah.
And just built the crap out of him, and they stopped.
So he lands the uppercut, and then
It was a nice clean uppercut, man.
Sabatini retreats back to the cage.
Yeah.
And then
He just gave up, man. He was full ready for it,
Yeah.
Pat Sabatini, but
Yeah.
he thought he was gonna expect that it's gonna be a good fight and he's gonna knock out Diego Lopez.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when Diego Lopez gave him that nice clean uppercut, and
eh?
just dragged
Yeah.
him straight to the into the cage and just kept pounding with nice jabs.
Nah, poor
That's when
bloke,
they
man.
knocked him out in 3 minutes and 30. That was a very, very nice fight.
Yeah.
I was actually happy about that fight too.
That was it was a great way to start the main card.
Yeah.
But moving on, Matt Frivola versus Benoit St. Dennis. So
What?
Benoit St. Dennis gets the W.
Yeah.
And another round 1 KO. Oh, what'd you think of that fight, man?
I thought it was just at the beginning, okay, they're trying to get momentum.
Yeah.
They're trying to start doing nice combos, kicks and that. But as soon as I saw Benoit St. Dennis, that roundhouse kick,
Clean on the
that
top.
just clean sweeped him on the
Top
ball.
of the dome, mate.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He cleaned him out within 1 minute and 41 seconds in round 1.
Yeah.
Who saw that coming? And did you see when he was coming into the entrance, he was full serious?
Yeah, man. He came with
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
I'm like, who the hell was
And
he?
he wasn't favourite for this fight, was he?
He was. I think he was an underdog.
He was the underdog
because
for this fight.
Matt Frivola was the favourite to win.
Yeah. Nah, man,
was on Sportsbet,
that
man.
was a crazy high kick, man. Just top of the dome, just gets him in the temple, mate. That was crazy.
That was very, very scary, man. That one.
Round number 1. But moving on, Jessica Andrade versus Mackenzie Dern in the
Yeah,
strawweight
Mackenzie
division.
Dern, yeah.
So Andrade gets the W in another TKO victory in round.
That was a good fight, that one. I was actually happy about that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of strikes. Mackenzie Dern, she was controlled the whole time
Yeah.
in the fight. She had good kicks and good strikes as well. But at the same time, when it came towards Andrade with the jabs, she knocked her out in round 2.
Yeah.
Because I knew Mackenzie started to give up. I knew she wasn't
She was fading away,
She was fading slowly. Me and my mates have all said it.
Yeah.
She was fading away slowly. As soon as those big punches in the face.
Yeah.
I think she couldn't handle it anymore. She started to go down.
She definitely didn't handle it.
Yeah.
She got knocked. Bloody Dern gets knocked down 4 times in that fight.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
And Andrade kept telling her, just get up.
Yeah,
get up.
but it's the warrior. She wants to keep fighting. But
Yeah.
Andrade now holds the record for the most knockdowns in the women's division.
Wow.
You know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
4 knockdowns is the most right now in the women's division.
Wow, man.
So that's a big statement right there, man.
A massive
to do that
statement,
in Madison Square Garden too, it's a great thing for Andrade, man. But another round 2 victory, man. Just going through this, just watching this card, watching this whole card unfold. It's all these fights, are they really ending in 2 rounds, 1 round?
I know, it's been crazy, I swear.
Even the next fight, Tom Aspinall wins against Sergey Pavlovich.
Wow.
That was another
shock,
crazy
man.
fight, man.
Bro, I thought that was Clash of the Titans, man.
Yeah, that was-
because you got 2 big super heavyweights in the octagon, bro. And don't forget, Sergey Pavlovich is actually a tough fighter as well,
Yeah,
bro. He's beaten the last fight against Curtis Blades.
Yeah.
That was at Fight Night.
Yeah.
He knocked him out clean sweep. And even Tom Aspinall as well.
Yeah.
But Tom Aspinall knocked the shit out of what's name, Pavlovich,
was just a 1-2,
with that 1-2 and that right hook.
Yeah, man.
And just like in that temple, bro. You see how he hit him right in the temple?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know how to explain it, bro.
Everyone was hyping up this fight to be one of the fight of the night fights. You know
Yeah, I think that's
it was just so one-sided at the end of the day, man.
Yeah,
very, very
but he was very
disappointing in a way,
emotional. But he was emotional too when he won the fight, like the interim.
100% wins interim heavyweight championship.
And he even said it after the press conference as well that he wants to verse John Jones in the dream fight. So
I mean, I don't think it's his next fight. Stipe is Jones' next
Stipe
fight.
is, yeah.
That's going to be, but maybe after Stipe, if Jones still wants to fight.
Well, it's all John Jones' heels up in that. We'll find out. We'll have to wait and see if they're going to put it in the UFC 300.
Talking about that right hand, it was just a collateral of punches. 1-2, then lands a 1-2 again and just drops Pavlovich and just sends him to the heavens.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it was crazy.
That was crazy, that co-main event. But that was a good knockout by Tom Aspinall. He deserved that interim, and he will get his shot.
He'll get his shot. 100% will get his shot.
If he does fight John Jones or Stipe, it's going to be a good main event, that one.
All right, now let's talk about the main event.
Yeah.
Alex Pereira gets the W and becomes light heavyweight champion against Yuri in what was another knockout. What was happening this whole night?
Before we get to the point, so Alex Pereira has finished 6 out of 8 fights and 100% finish rate.
Yeah, man.
This bloke is dangerous.
His
man.
left hook is just crazy.
He's so good, man. And Pereira, he even said it like before the fight.
Yeah.
He said he feels better in the light heavyweight division more than the middleweight division.
Yeah.
Because he feels more. He moves more faster, more stronger.
Yeah.
He's more resilient.
Yeah, 100%.
He's more quick. So
And we see it.
I think he deserves to be in that light heavyweight division, and I've got to give that credit to him.
I mean, clearly, man, like he wins the belt in that division.
And that was a tough challenge against Yuri Pachovska yesterday. In that,
I mean, not really a tough. Like, look, at round 1, you could see Pereira towards the end of that round starts to fatigue.
Yeah, he did.
Because look, because Yuri gets a takedown in round 1, mind you, and that's what really fatigued Pereira. And even going into that second round, he was still fatigued. I don't know how he found that punch, but he found it, man. He got the right hand and then the left.
What about those snap kicks by Alex Pereira?
Yes, man.
How many see how it snap and you see the bruising of Yuri's
yes,
leg?
man. He's known for that. He's known for his leg kicks too, man.
So he had good snap kicks the whole time, and me and my mate just keep hearing the sound. I'm like, bro, I thought his legs are gone.
Didn't he invent the calf kick? Or was it someone
Alex
else?
Pereira?
Alex Pereira.
I think he did.
I think
I'm
it was
sure
him.
he did.
But man, yeah. Look, like it was really fatiguing as the fight. Because Yuri was really on that front foot in that first round and the beginning of the second.
Yeah, he actually
and as I said, Pereira found that punch.
He actually did.
It's a puncher's chance, man. At the end of the day. But crazy stuff.
That was crazy.
Stuff.
But how about towards the end of the finish when Alex Pereira gives him with the left hook?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He lands the right, and then he goes for that left.
But I thought Yuri Pachovska, I thought he was like still in the fight. I thought they weren't stopping the fight at the same time. But then they said it was stopped.
Yeah.
I think the left hook, that's what made sense.
Now, a lot of people are saying it. Did the referee stop it too early?
I think the early stoppage, yeah.
Do you think so you're saying he stopped it early?
Yeah.
I mean, you can argue that, but he was already down, man.
I think, by the left hook.
Yeah,
that's
I
what
could say it that way, but in my opinion, I feel like Pereira took the W in this fight.
And we saw it by the replay anyway. So So it made sense. That's why he hit him with the left hook, and that's why he knocked him out.
People are always going to talk. But let's talk about the post-fight, what he said. He wants Adesanya to come up to light
heavyweight division, I watched the press conference on YouTube yesterday.
Now, he said in the post-fight interview.
Yeah, he actually said that in the octagon and the press conference as well. But what do you think about that, Bill? Do you think Israel's going to go up to light heavyweight?
I don't feel... he could. I don't feel he moves the same like he would in the middleweight division.
Well, really. He has to put a bit of muscle up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He'll be slower, bro.
Heavyweight division.
He'll get mauled by Pereira.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like,
I think Perez just fit perfectly in that light heavyweight division.
I feel like he's right. Because he was cutting too much weight. That's why he went up to light heavyweight. Because he said, I was cutting too much weight and I feel comfortable at light heavyweight. Look at him, man. Won the belt. Rightfully so, man.
He won a back-to-back now. Like, he's got his title back.
In 2 divisions now he's won.
But now there's going to be new challenges into this fight as well. So maybe I think they're saying the rumours that he could verse Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
Because he lost his... he had to vacate the light heavyweight title because of injury.
Yeah.
So he could... go for the title. So if Alex Pereira accepts his challenge... Could happen. But I don't see Jamal Hill like as a top champion, bro. Not in Alex Pereira's level, bro.
Yeah,
Alex Pereira's level, he wants someone that's gonna have good like takedowns, good punches, good leg kicks. You know, because when you're in the ring, in the octagon with him, you can't mess with Alex Pereira.
Yeah, especially that left hook. Yeah, it's finished a lot of top.
And how I said it, he has 100% finish rate.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No one doesn't have that in the UFC.
Yeah.
Except for Alex Pereira.
I mean, he's one of the very.
I think he's one of the best right
now. But anyways, so
we
got the next event, UFC 296. Is it Colby Covington and
what's his name?
Edwards.
Yeah, Leon Edwards.
You got that.
That's
and in January, you got who's in January? That's UFC 297.
I think Alex Volkanovski versus.
No, that's in February.
Feb.
So I think January it's Anyways, regardless,
there's a lot of fights.
So we got UFC. Yeah. So it's been announced. UFC 296, 297, 298, 299's been announced.
And the UFC 300,
UFC 300. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of predictions on TikTok and YouTube and whatnot. I thought it'd be right for us to give our predictions of who we want in UFC 300 and who we think might make it to UFC 300.
I hope so.
Because this is really like the WrestleMania of the UFC. Exactly. UFC 300. We're entering a new milestone, a new era. But Anthony, we're going for main card. So who's your first
fight on the main card?
On the main card.
Look, I've been hearing for these both fighters, and I hope this will happen.
Yeah.
So if Dana White puts these two fighters in the octagon, I want Ian Gary versus Brian Battle.
But see, yes, I want Ian Gary, but he's on the Volkanovski card against Topuria.
Okay.
So
I would love to see that, but that was just
okay.
Yeah.
This is like theoretical. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going first one. I'm going Jack Della Maddalena versus Michael Chiesa in the welterweight division. Maddalena is from Australia. Killer. So it's a good first fight. I was thinking, I was pretending I was Dana White. Like who would I form? What fights would I form on this card? Mm-hmm. It's a great first bout. So your second fight, who are you going for, Anthony?
I'm gonna go. I think if it happens, like that's my prediction. Sean Strickland versus Khamzat Chimaev.
Khamzat Chimaev. That'll be a
good fight. This one.
That's a very good.
And his opportunity is like coming very soon.
So you put that at the second fight of the. I mean, I don't know who you got after that. It might be bigger.
Yeah.
So very well could be.
Yeah.
Right. So, but that's a very good fight.
Yeah, that is a good fight.
I've got Zhang Weili versus Rose for number 3.
Oh wow.
For the championship because they faced twice.
Yeah,
I think Weili won the first fight and then Rose won the second fight. Mm-hmm. So then now they got to figure out a third. Yeah. They have to do the trilogy. So why not do it in UFC 300? But for the strawweight championship. But so next fight, Anthony, who are you going for?
Sugar Sean O'Malley versus.
Man, you can't do that, bro.
I know
because he's in UFC 299.
I know. I wish I didn't see it. Okay. It's just all these.
If you were to change it, who would you change it to?
In that division, maybe let's just chuck Robert Whittaker, man.
Okay.
Robert Whittaker versus who else is in that?
Who was the opponent?
Who
was your opponent?
I had Martin Vera.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could put him against Whittaker.
Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah, it could happen. You could say
Robert Whittaker, he's a good striker. He's good jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
He's a tough fighter, Robert Whittaker.
And
I've always been a big fan of Robert
And he draws sales too, Whittaker, man.
Yeah.
UFC 300. So I've got Israel Adesanya versus Sean Strickland, number 2.
Yeah.
For the middleweight championship. Surely they're going to rerun it again, man.
They have to.
And again, what better way to do it than UFC 300? It's the third to the co-main. It's the third to the main event. Sorry, it's the great last 3 fights I've got right now.
Yeah,
but in the middle division that would blow up, man.
100%.
That could be like fight of the night if they wanted to.
I hope so.
Because they got bad blood now, man.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. But moving on, who's your co-main now?
I got co-main event John Jones versus Steve Miocic or Tom Aspinall. Yeah. If anything happens, like any change.
Yeah.
If Tom Aspinall gets his opportunity, I think he goes.
I went the same as you, co-main. I said, you got to put John Jones in the main event.
He's the GOAT, man.
This bloke is the GOAT all-rounder.
He's done it. He's all-rounder.
He's the sales.
Of course.
You have to put him in the co-main, especially since he's heavyweight champion too.
Of course.
So, I put him against Stipe, same as you. But moving on, main event time. Anthony,
you know what's hitting. You know what's hitting.
I know what it is.
You know what's hitting. My main event is the one and only Bill's favourite, Conor McGregor versus my guy, Michael Chandler.
Done. That's what I got.
So that's the main event I want to see.
Yeah.
Everyone's waiting for it for months and months after the Ultimate Fighter season.
Yeah.
So after that, they had that controversial and that situation.
Everyone's waiting on
anti-doping and all that.
Everyone's waiting on a McGregor return anyways, regardless.
Well, he even said it when he was in Crown Jewel. He said that he will return in April.
Yeah.
So if that's in UFC 300 card, I hope Dana White makes it official Conor McGregor and Chandler.
It makes sense, man.
It does make sense.
His return is leading up to that UFC 300. Like, it's going to happen in April. His return is in April. It makes sense. UFC's biggest pay-per-view of
all time
of the year.
But I remember the UFC 200 as well. I watched
Brock Lesnar was in it.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt. And Jose Aldo versus, who was it? Frank Edgar?
Yeah.
When he won the interim title as well.
But yeah, bro, look. Yeah. People might say it's crazy that you're putting a non-championship belt in the main event. But look, it's McGregor. He's got, I think, 8 out of the top 10 most pay-per-view sales and pay-per-view viewers in all of UFC. And look, you got the biggest draw, Michael Chandler. But mainly it is McGregor. McGregor's doing. That's why he's in the main event, in my opinion, that he should be. You do a 5-rounder. Yeah. You can put bloody. You can make this fight in bloody Antarctica. Everyone will go to that fight. Yeah. Everyone will go to that fight, no matter if it's a championship fight or not. It's McGregor at the end of the day, man. He's the reason why a lot of these viewers are watching the sport, and you got to put him in the main event. I don't think he's ever did like a milestone UFC event. Anyways, he wasn't there for UFC 100. Wasn't there for UFC 200.
He's never been in the
he wasn't
the biggest ones. Yeah.
Was he there for UFC 200?
No, he wasn't.
I don't think it was.
No, he wasn't.
Even if that's when must have been on the prelims.
Jose Aldo when he won that interim featherweight title.
Yeah, but anyways,
he was there.
It's only right. You got to give him a milestone.
I think give him a chance for it.
UFC 300, and imagine he knocks out Chandler. Oh. What a way to do it. UFC 300.
I think Michael Chandler's going to win it. I feel confident that Chandler's going to win it.
But anyways, that's our UFC 300 predictions, and it was a short one this week. That was it for combat talk, and now moving on to some football talk with the boys.
All right, now it's time for some football talk. First of all, we'll start off with the title race update. Of course, it's been a close one. We look at it now. City currently sit on 28 points, followed by Arsenal and Liverpool with 27 points. Then Spurs 26 and Aston Villa 25 points. So, look, it's only 10, 12 games in. Still a lot of football to play, but it's an interesting start, and I think it's been a while since we've seen the table that close early on in the season. But as I said, it's quite early. So how do you see it?
Look, I think it's been, like you said, one of the closest I've seen in a while. You look at City; they're on currently 28 points, where 27 tied with Liverpool, then 26 continues like that. But yeah, look, it's going to be a very close one. I still think it's between us and City. I do think with that, what's happened last year, I think that's given us that extra motivation to get one over City. Of course, City would want to get one over us as well, again, over the big rivals in the competition. Also, Liverpool, after them not performing in the last 2 years, they're here to really bounce back and prove why they could win the league this year. And even we put on our bold prediction on TikTok that our 3 bold prediction was Liverpool possibly winning the Premier League because of their participation in the Europa League, as opposed to Champions League where you need to start your strongest team. So yeah, look, for me, I'm still sticking with City to win it. I know I had this theory about Arsenal, but that was just a theory in general. Just if we were to win it, this theory is behind it. But I still think City might edge it just because of their experience of winning the Premier League. They're used to it. They've done it for the last 7 years. So that experience might get them over the line. Arsenal, I do think they'll finish second. And I think Liverpool and I think Spurs will get top 4.
Yeah, look, it's, as I said, still early, but already there's some big names up there. Aston Villa, surprise right there. Unai Emery's turned them into a great force, a scary team. Yeah. Lately, they've been struggling to keep the clean sheets, but they're still doing the best they can. They're currently sitting in 5th spot, and I really think they can push. If they can, I think they can potentially be that Newcastle, getting that 4th spot. So, as I said, it's still quite early, but you never know what's going to happen. The title race is looking good. And Aston Villa are 5 points clear off 6 where Man United are. So, already, 4 points is nothing, but already 4 points from 5th to 6th. So, if you think about it, if those teams keep on losing, just dropping points, and those top 5 teams keep their consistency, it could blow up and be a big
top
difference.
5 could potentially be Champions League. Yeah. It depends on a few results in the Champions League that has to happen this year.
It's your UEFA ranking.
Your UEFA ranking. So it depends on that.
The league's ranking and all that. Right now, if it was to stand, it's Premier League and La Liga. So 5th would get Champions League.
Yeah, so think about it look, United with the season they're having, it's been really poor. But you're only you're only 6 points behind Arsenal on the table and 7 behind City.
Yeah.
So with the season you're having compared to what we're having, City, Liverpool, Villa, you're not far behind.
Yeah.
And talking about Man United, they've got a tough fixture coming up in the next 2 to 3 months. So I think you got the fixtures, the list of fixtures, the hard run of form, which I think is going to be really hard. And I honestly think this could be the make or break for Ten Hag
so I've got
and his Man United season.
Yeah, for Man United, it's a tough fixture. I'm not going to lie. It's very tough, actually. Okay, we look at it now. We got Everton away, tough. Galatasaray away, tough. Newcastle away, tough. So really, those first 3 games are like an immense. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot.
You got
of pressure.
Everton, who is really picking up form.
Yeah,
you got Galatasaray, who wants to make the Champions League. They're in second place, so they've got something to play for.
Newcastle want to bounce back.
You know, not performing well lately.
Chelsea home, Bournemouth home, Bayern home, Liverpool away, West Ham away, Villa home,
That's
Spurs
crazy.
home, Wolves away.
That's hard.
So those fixtures, I think will determine how our season will go in the Premier League, of course. If we go through,
the Champions
Everton,
League,
I personally think we can get a win.
I'm predicting a draw.
Just let me do it because I'm the fan. Everton, I think 3 points. I think we'll get the win. Galatasaray is going to be very tough. But I'll say a win just because we need it. Like whenever the pressure's on us, we turn up. And I've noticed that consistently. Look at Fulham. The pressure's on us, we got the win.
But I just feel Galatasaray is at home.
I'm not saying
they're going to try and get Champions League.
It's easy, but I think we can get the job done. Newcastle, I know we'll lose that. Chelsea at home, I think we can win, and Bournemouth as well. Bayern's going to be very tough. I think we would probably lose that. But then again, we only lost 4-3 to them, and they weren't the best too. So you don't know. Liverpool, guaranteed loss away. West Ham, depends really. Villa home's tough. So there's winnable games, but with the way we're playing, you just don't know. It's going to be so tough to really just put a statement out there. And this, as I said, this can make or break United season. If we get those wins, we potentially could be fighting for the top 4.
Yeah.
If not, we're going to be struggling to get into the top 4. So I've written this down. So Man United have played. Man United's record against the top 10 teams: 4 games, 4 losses. Yeah. We got Newcastle, Chelsea, Liverpool, West Ham, Villa, Spurs to come. All of them are top teams. Yeah?
Yeah.
How many points can we get? And I've already mentioned it. It's going to be tough depending what United team shows up.
Yeah.
Man United in those 4 games have scored 2 goals and conceded 11.
Yeah, okay.
And Man United have lost all the possession battles against those top 10 teams. So with that being said, United just got to find a way to control the games and just win those midfield battles, because for many years we've been losing midfield battles, we've been struggling, and until we fix that part of our area, then we'll be a much, much better team.
And you look at, like, we'll talk about your performances later. Now, because Højlund's injured, that's a big game, and where your goal's going to come from. I know Højlund hasn't really scored a Champions League goal. He is the top...
you mean Premier League goal?
Premier League, sorry. He's the top goal scorer in the Champions League, which is an impressive stat so far. But yeah, without him, I think you're going to really struggle, because Rashford is completely out of form. He's probably been your worst player this season. And really, is he going to play striker? He normally doesn't perform well in that striker role. He's normally more of a left winger.
Yeah.
Martial, he's very inconsistent. Yeah. Look, Martial was possibly, for me, I really liked him when he first joined the club. I think he had the potential, and I think that potential isn't there anymore. I think if he was to move to a club, he'll slightly improve, but not to where I thought he would have been when he first joined the club.
Yeah, Rashford, there's so many chances. This is like Rashford 2 years ago. When he had the chances in front of him, he would miss them. And again, this year he's missing them again.
Like that one.
He had one against
Luton.
Luton, he had a big chance. He missed it. He had one in the Champions League.
He's just low in confidence.
Lacking confidence, and that's the problem. You mentioned another player, Højlund. I personally believe when United are a proper team,
he'll be a big striker.
He's going to be a great striker. Like, you can already see he knows where to be at the right times. 5 goals in the Champions League, it just says it all. He's such a top player. But then just that lack of service, sometimes he's in the graveyard shift where just nothing's happening for him. There's other games where things are happening for him. So United, again, these next few games coming up are big for them heading into like the next half of the season.
But yeah, now moving on to another team that is slightly on the level of as you guys in recent times. They're slowly improving, as we can see this season, is Chelsea Football Club. This year, they've been very inconsistent. You look at their recent result against Manchester City, 4-4, a very good result.
Yeah.
And apparently, I didn't watch the game, but people are saying they did play better and they deserve the 3 points. The score says it. So we'll go look at their fixtures and results in the last few weeks and if they have really turned the corner. So they've got 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss defeat in 5 games. That was a 2-0 win against Fulham, a 4-1 win against Burnley, a 2-2 draw against Arsenal, a 4-1 win against Spurs and a 4-4 draw against City. So looking at that is quite impressive.
Yeah.
Because you versus a team like Arsenal. For me, I don't think they were superb. I think they probably deserved it more. They were just more in control of the game. And then, unfortunately, they were to concede 2 late-minute goals and Arsenal got the point. But technically, they should be winning that game. You look at Spurs.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that Spurs being 9-man players down, would have they got the win? Because I think Spurs were in full control until they got that red card. Yeah. And if Spurs were versing a team like a City, it would have been 10-1. So you can see they're lacking a bit of quality up front because it was only 4-1. The amount of chances they had.
Yeah.
And especially with the way Spurs were playing, a very high line with 9 players on the field, it could have went worse. But they did it, unfortunately. And now you look at the City one. So they had back-to-back hard games. And they've got, out of those performances, 5 points out of 9. So I think Chelsea are slowly getting better. They're scoring goals. Their attack has really improved because there was a period at the start where they weren't scoring for a while. But defense still needs improvement, I guess. But attackingly, they're looking good. And I think Mauricio has got a style of play that it's slowly progressing well.
I said it will take time for Pochettino, just as it does for any manager that comes in. Chelsea fans would have probably been, or even just any fan in general, would have been heading into those 5 games saying, they're going to get probably 0 points.
Yeah.
Because they lost against Brentford at home. They've lost against Nottingham at home. So at home, they've been very poor. So you wouldn't have been surprised if everyone said, they're not winning anything. But they got a draw against Arsenal, you said. They got a draw against City. They beat Tottenham, in which they almost struggled to beat them with 9 men. So I think Chelsea are starting to turn a corner. I think Pochettino now slowly starting to get the team to play the way they want. Of course, it's not perfect, but they're getting there. They're grinding down results now, and they're slowly finding those ways to win those games.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
They could have beaten City.
They actually lost to Brentford as well.
Brentford, that's what I said, yeah. So Brentford, Nottingham.
I'm saying you didn't add on the thing.
And Villa too, of course. And again, they should have beaten Arsenal. They should have you could say should have beaten City.
Yeah, so the performance was better than them. They could
have got an extra 4 points from those games.
Yeah. The next 5 games is going to be a real task. You got Newcastle after international break, which is going to be a big task. You look at Newcastle, who just lost against Bournemouth. They just lost to Dortmund in the week. And yes, things are not looking good for Newcastle. So I think Chelsea, it's a matter of just focusing on what they got ahead because Newcastle away is going to be tough. And if they were to get at least the point, I think that's a very good result. Yeah. After Chelsea, they got Brighton Tough game because, Brighton have been doing good. But at homes against the smaller teams, Chelsea have not been performing well, especially with the recent result against Luton. Yeah. Luton won 1-0. Was that the start of the year?
Luton.
No, Nottingham Forest. They won.
Villa, Brentford.
Villa and Brentford.
And that reminds me of United. We knew how to deal with the big teams, but when we went to the low teams, that's a problem because they play low block and it's very hard to get around them.
So that's something that they improved. They also got Man United away. Tough game. They got Everton away, tough game. And then on their last one, they got Sheffield at home. So look, for me, there's 4 tough games and 1 easy game. And that easy game is Sheffield United. But look, Chelsea are turning a corner. I'm really liking what Mauricio is doing. Look, it might not be good for us in the next 2 years. They might be a giant force again. But let's move on to Everton now. They're another team that's exceeding and performing well, especially in their last 5 games. 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. So are Everton really returning to where they were the last 5 years ago? You look at Sean Dyche. Last year, it took time for him to adapt. Of course, he came mid-season during the year. So it's going to, of course, take time to get his style, his tactics right. And even when he joined, they were always going to be in a relegation fight. But this year, you can really see the improvement of Everton Football Club.
Look, I don't think they're, of course, where they should be, but they're improving, especially these past few years. They've been battling for relegation. And I'm not saying that they probably will be battling again. But right now, at this moment, they're doing good. they're fighting, they're winning games, they're scoring some crucial goals. Like they won 3-2 at Selhurst Park.
They beat West Ham.
So they started to build confidence, and it's so important to build a winning culture around the club because you know how to start winning.
And especially in the last 2 years, they've been losing.
And it's so hard when you're winning and then you lose another 5, then you're winning again, losing. Now they've picked up, again, 3. They've only lost 1 in 5 games, which is a very good thing. So now they start to go to training more excited. They have more belief in their team. Yeah. Now Sean Dyche, sort of what you saw at Burnley, maybe he's starting to bring that in, and they're starting to win games because Burnley, remember how good they were?
Yeah, they were good. Hard to break down.
12, they were very tough to
But even Calvert-Lewin, lockdown period, he was very good.
I think
he's scoring goals because last year he really struggled to score goals. No threat to the opposition. But this year he's really looking good. A few goals, not of course to the level he was before, but again, it's something to build on.
That's
Everton.
Right. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin was a very good player. I still think
Linked
there is a good player.
Big clubs.
Just again, when the team's not playing good, you're not going to be playing good, and that's just the reality of it. Of course, you want to be in a better team at that moment to improve your career. And then there's times in that period where he could have went to like the likes of Arsenal or any other club that was interested in him. But I don't know if he probably didn't.
I'm going to mention even Decore.
Yeah,
because when he was at Watford, he was a goal scoring machine in midfield. And then when he joined to Everton, he was good, but he wasn't that goal scoring threat, that attacking threat like he was at Watford. And now you're starting to see again what the manager is doing to a player like Decore because he has the talent.
Yeah.
And last year wasn't the best season. He had a few good games, and many clubs before he joined Everton.
Well, he won that winning goal.
Yeah, the winning goal in the last game of the season.
So probably.
Even this year, he scored a few last-minute goals. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that before he joined Everton, he was linked to many clubs. Arsenal involved.
Yeah, he's a
very good player. And I think it's good to see players like Decore return to their best because, especially in a team like Everton, it shows the quality and how good Decore is, especially in a team like Everton that isn't the best.
Yeah.
So, it's good to see a few players returning to the best like Calvert-Lewin, Decore because
and Everton,
I like those two players.
And Everton could have got a result out in the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
There was the penalty
controversial
shout. So
red card too.
They're doing good. Everton fans should be hopeful that their team's now turning that turn, finding that the ways they work. Because you remember under, Roberto Martinez, very good team.
They were good.
They made the FA Cup semi-final.
Then you had Lampard, didn't work well.
Lampard struggled.
Rafa Benitez.
So it's been a while, but hopefully Sean Dyche brings them back to where they should be. But that's a wrap up for football talk, and we'll go with the boys and wrap up the podcast.
All right. Anyways, that's a wrap up for episode 49 of the Touchline Podcast. Big 5-0 next week. We're going to do something, man.
Yeah,
we're going to do something special.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what should we do for the 50th episode. If you're new here, hit the like button, hit subscribe, comment down below. The room's going to be finished. I don't know when. I still don't know when.
Probably the next couple of weeks.
We're going to get all the shit, bro.
Yeah, we've still got to get things organised, ready.
Say a couple of weeks. Yeah. Maybe most likely January next year. Maybe January 1st.
I hope so.
I reckon. Or maybe before that. I don't know yet. But it's been a great podcast this week. Stay tuned for episode 50. I'm sure we're going to do something big as we said. But have a good rest of your week.